What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's installment of Conversations with Narls, a place to hear stories, experiences, and advice from women making a difference in their communities or careers. Today we're talking to a multifaceted individual. She's an entrepreneur as well as a person making a difference in underprivileged communities. So you know what, guys? I'm so happy that you're here with me today, and let's jump right in. Sherone, welcome to Conversations with Narls. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you for having me, Narls. It's such a great opportunity to be able to do this.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm so glad. So Sherone is a multifaceted woman. She works in the liquor industry in a very unique way, and on top of that, she's an entrepreneur. So can you give us a breakdown of all the things that you do?
Okay, so I'm the proud business owner of Mullings Business Services, which was actually created to help small business owners with all their business needs. I'm also a tax professional. I do both business and professional taxes, and I guess you can say I'm a woman of many hats. One of the most rewarding things that I do is I was given the opportunity to manage the world's largest premium liquor company community outreach program. And what we do is we go around throughout the US and implement programs that enrich communities and training and career opportunities to individuals who otherwise could not have it.
Do you get support from political areas or special organizations like churches? Because this is a community effort.
Yes.
So by doing this kind of outreach, you're uplifting the community.
Yes.
So what kind of support do you get from community leaders?
So one of the roles that I play, or one of the things that I have to do, is each state that I go in, I would definitely create relationships. And one of the relationships I create was with local government. So I work a lot with, for instance, Washington DC. I work a lot with the deputy mayor's office. One of our trainings is actually facilitated there in one of their buildings. The mayor of Norwalk, we recently received a proclamation from the Norwalk mayor for just our efforts in giving back to the community. So we definitely throughout each state we partner with the different local government to implement these programs. So we definitely get a lot of support from that.
That's awesome. So for the development program, can you tell us what is the desired outcome for your candidates?
So we have 4 components of our program. We have retailing, bartending, entrepreneurship, and hospitality. And the outcome of the candidates is really to see them go into our different programs, and from the start to the end, they have to go through our interview process.
Right.
And just to see them coming, these are people that we target actually are people who are going through some form of economic challenge. So of course, when they come to the interview, you could tell that there's some form of stress, and just to see them coming in through the interview, getting the approval, see them going through the different training, the trainings and so forth, both the technical and the life skills part of it, and just come out winning. And once the winning part for me, and the reward part for me is to actually see them coming unemployed and learning all the skills, going into the job interviews, getting the jobs, and now they are working class citizens. They're now earning, and to see them earning and being able to help themselves and their families is one of the most rewarding thing for me. So a lot of the times you see me, I talk to you, I was like, Sherone, everybody always says, Sherone, I love what you do. I was like, I totally love my job because I change lives for a living.
Yeah.
That's pretty much,
So one of the points I try to get across here is educating people on what they need to do to get into a certain career path if that's what they're interested in. So can you tell us, what was your educational background? What led you into this position?
Oh, wow.
We're going to talk about your entrepreneurial stuff a little bit later too, but this very unique, special role.
Well, first of all, you have to be I tell people there are 3 things that you need to be able to do. It's for in anything that people do. I encourage everybody to just follow their gut feeling, right? So if this is a career path, that you're interested in doing, you have to be passionate. And one of the things, I love helping people. You know what I mean? You have to be passionate about helping people, passionate about what you do. It's almost inevitable not to be able to have that quality to be able to do this. And the other thing is patience. Oh my goodness, that's one of the things that I've learned just moving to New York, because I'm from Florida. I lived in Florida for so many years, and I moved to New York specifically for this job. Thank God, I love my job. But you have to be patient, because when you think about the types of people that you're working with, these are people who are going through so much, and you have to be able to understand and kind of just, adapt to their way of thinking in order to help them, right? Mm-hmm. So, for instance, some of the challenges that they have is coming to class, like being able to pay or get to class, to be able to take the bus. They don't have the money to get to class, right? So, being patient enough when they actually find a ride and come to class late, you have to be able to be understanding and compassionate. So I think, if as far as anybody's going into this career, like I said, number one, gut feeling, have that passion, be compassionate, be strong-minded and determined. Like, you can't let anybody stop you from doing anything that you want to do.
I absolutely loved your answer. Absolutely. So the key takeaways from that is be passionate about helping people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Strong-minded.
Absolutely.
Right? And I hope it's not being redundant, but have compassion for a person's struggle.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
So that is such a beautiful answer. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, definitely.
How long does this program run?
So our programs are usually anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks long. It's divided into 2, the technical aspects. So let's say, for instance, you're doing the bartending program. The bartending is usually anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, and at the end of each program we have our life skills. And life skills, I think, to me, is the heart of our program, right? Because once you've learned and you've mastered all the skills, how to make drinks, how to serve well, teaching them and having the knowledge how to dress for success, how to be professional or act professional within your jobs. You would think like, okay, though, how can you possibly teach somebody how to do this? But you'd be surprised to know that not very many people know all the aspects of just being professional, how to dress for an interview. Some of the people I've worked with over the past couple of years has never had a resume. Mm-hmm. And so it's very rewarding to see them, go through that process and
help them through that whole development process.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Awesome, Sherone. So you're also an entrepreneur. So like I said before, she's a multifaceted woman.
Yeah.
Sherone, how do you manage everything
that
you're doing?
I don't know. It's determination, and foundation as well. My background, if you know me, my parents are like, superstars when it comes to being successful and determined to take on a project and complete it. And I think it's just a foundation thing for me. My parents are amazing, and I owe everything about how I am and my work structure and my work ethics and my passion to succeed. I owe it all to them, because that's what I grew up and I saw them just keep going. And so for me, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. And it's all about determination. When you're determined, time, sleep, all of that is not even an issue. You just keep going and going and going until you get where you need to go, and you feel complete within yourself.
It's also being persistent.
Oh yeah. Persistence is definitely
absolutely
definitely a number one thing too. But yeah, I really love what I do. It helps. I was having a conversation the other day with someone. It helps to be passionate about what you do. Like, for instance, I love helping people in all aspects of just my life, right? So having my own business and being an entrepreneur and hearing, you know, somebody come to me or I'll get a call saying, you know, I really want to start my business. I have I have no idea what to do. And I'm like, exactly, this, you know, roll up my notepad and I'm ready, I'm geared up, because it's so fulfilling to see, especially young individuals or people who are, you know, of the same, you know, age group as I am, want to become entrepreneurs, you know, and sometimes they think it's challenging, but it really isn't. But it's very fulfilling for me to see them from the idea, right, and just follow through to the end where they actually have their own business and doing extremely well. So it comes with that passion that you have to have inside. Time is not an issue, will never be an issue. Being tired is not an issue, because you want to see the process. You want to see the process going through, but then you want to see the end results, and how amazing the end results is to when for instance you know, start your own business and doing well. You know, that's satisfactory to me.
You're happy to help people and guide them through the process of entrepreneurism and you know, point A to point B, like painting that perspective of what that whole process is like. So is that your way of providing service to others? Oh
yes, definitely. I remember, you know, one of my high school friends said, if you're not helping people, what's the point? Like, if you don't have that type of job that you're not empowering people, then what's the point of working, right? You know, and so that, I never forgot that. Like, everything that I thought about when going to college, choosing what I was going to do, I always had it in mind, where I always want to uplift other people and just take them from a whole different situation, show them that it's possible, you know. And it's trust me, it's very fulfilling. I can't tell. Yeah, I want to say it's a part of me, but at the same time, you know, I wish everybody. Just this morning, I was having a conversation with someone who's actually recommending somebody for a job, and I said, listen, now look at you, you're turning into me now, and doesn't it feel good? Don't you feel so blessed just knowing that you're going to change that person's situation? You know what I mean? It's one of the most rewarding things for me. So I'm sure anybody else would feel the same way, you know? Yeah.
Awesome, Sherone. I want to ask you, and I ask everybody this on Conversations with Narls, because I feel like every woman who is progressive in their career, in their life, in giving back to their community, they're well read, and there's some kind of quote or a statement or something that provides them inspiration. So can you leave us with some kind of gem?
My favorite quote is, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have one and not be prepared. And that's by Whitney Young.
Awesome. Yep. That is a great takeaway. I love it.
So I use it for everything, for my everyday thing, especially working with you know, the types of people I work with.
Yeah. Very encouraging.
Yeah.
Sherone, thank you so much for sitting with us today.
Oh, Narls, thank you so much for having me. This was an honor. I'm glad to be on Conversations with Narls.
Conversations with Narls. All right, guys, till next time.
Thank you.